athletic player in Jaylen Brown that can score and play defense, and you got two facilities. Actually, you really got three because that nigga D Book could facilitate if he had to.
We just ain't seen it. Not on a consistent basis.
Nah, you ain't. Well, shit. Lately, shit, they did Chris Paul been hurt.
Did you know who I got on my team? DeJounte Murray, Desmond Bain, Kevin Durant, Bam Adebayo, and Nikola Jokic.
Nigga,
My
the
team,
only difference between my team is literally size because I got so because literally I got KD just like you did, but I put Jaylen Brown there, and you got Bam. You have a lot more size.
I have a perfect mix of offense and defense. And I got to where everybody's kind of a two-way except for Jokic, but he's not just gonna be super terrible. That's what I'm saying. That's how my team go stomp yours, Chris. Just because
I ain't gonna say stomp.
Marcus Smart and Jalen Brown, them niggas just get to doing. Booker might have an off game. Mhm.
And DeJounte Murray won't.
I really got Dejounte Murray just for his pick and roll offense with Bam. And then I got Dejounte Murray for his defensive playmaking.
How you gonna talk Brown and we just see him in the finals?
But and he
Bam's
ain't
been
he
to the
not known
finals.
for his
He's been to
defense.
the finals. Jokic to been to a Western Conference Finals. Desmond Bain has good playoff moments. Dejounte Murray carried the team to a play in. It's like I ain't got no
Playoff moments, and the only thing we can remember is you going against a trash team out of the T Wolves.
what they ain't trash. Name
That's
it.
the moment.
So who your team? Go through your team. Go through your team. Now that we recording, go through your team, sir.
Trae Young, approving.
Oh shit, hold on. I didn't know you record yet. Hold on. Get my shit set up, man.
So who your team, Ray? Go ahead.
I got Shy Gilgis, Alexander at the.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I got OG. I got Grant, Jeremy Grant, and then I
Mhm.
got DeAndre Ayton.
You probably got the best defensive team, but it's like the only scoring you getting consistently is coming from your guards. So it's like
Score pretty consistently.
who
Jeremy Grant. Who on your team gonna be guarding Jeremy Grant? Yes, I just want to know that real quick.
who's your center? Who's your center?
Aiden.
So I don't care about Aiden. So I'm gonna let Jokic guard Aiden because
Who gonna
he's
guard
soft.
one?
Bam Adebayo is going to clamp Jeremy Grant. Stop it. And Dejounte Murray, I'm gonna put him on Trey. So he's gone. Desmond Bang, he gonna have trouble with Shea, but that's about it.
Trae Young dropped 40 on Drew Holiday in the playoffs. You think Murray is about to stop him?
Yes.
Okay. I just want you. I just want. That's your honest answer. Then,
So,
hey,
so, so how you beat my team, right? Dejounte Murray, Desmond Bain, Kevin Durant, Bam Adebayo, Nikola Jokic. How you defending them with your team?
my team is outscoring your team.
Are you serious? With Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, Desmond Bain? You
That's
know,
paper, but I would love to see a team like that in real life. Actually,
what's wrong with it? You ain't told me what's wrong with my team.
too many people need the ball in their hands.
No, they don't. Who needs their ball in their hands?
KD for sure needs the ball in his hand. Name me a team KD's been on where he doesn't have the ball in his hand.
Warriors.
He had the
The
ball in
Warriors.
his hand.
So he was
Curry
ball
played
dominant with the
off
Warriors.
ball. KD had the ball.
Yeah.
Catch and shoot. But what he prefers to do is have the ball when he's trying. That's
Y'all
too.
got your phones or do not disturb?
Huh?
Y'all got your phones or do not disturb?
Oh,
Hell no.
They increased the game loud. Turn it down. So.
I did. Shit, it's still out.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Oh man.
Hey, bro, you might have to put that on mute, man. I hear
It's still loud?
I hear
Shit.
the whole game.
Yeah.
All right,
There we go.
But Chris, how your team beat my team? I want to hear how y'all teams beat my team. I don't get it.
Literally, like I said, the only way that your team legit is gonna beat my team is just because of size. Because you got KD, you got Bam, and you got Jokic. And Bam can play the 4. He just don't play the 4 on his team.
Exactly. I'm gonna have them
And
right on
that's
the elbow.
yeah, so that's literally the only way because and like I said, the only way that I would combat that if I had to switch anything on my team, I would easily just bring in Cat at the 4 and move that nigga KD to the 3 if I was to move anything around
Oh,
because
don't do that. I'm killing Cat. I'm putting him in so many pick and rolls with Bam and DeJounte Murray. It's gonna be nasty. He gonna be out
hey.
there floppy feet, them Eustace Bang feet. That nigga feet like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog. But
Hey,
my
but
bad.
like I said, I mean, you might have like let's say the difference between your team might be just you might have some better scoring, but I mean not scoring defense, but shit, NBA ain't even based on defense no more. Who can put that goddamn rock in that goddamn bucket? That's the way I'm looking at it.
Jokic, KD, Desmond Bain.
I don't really see. I mean, Jokic can play defense, but as far as like the main thing on his mind, Jokic's not worried about
Who your
defense.
center?
Now, if you want to say Desmond Bain, I'll give you that.
I want to say Jokic was the same.
Oh, Jokic your center too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they cancel each other out.
Yeah, we got two of the same players. We got KD and we got Jokic.
So who your 3?
Marcus Smart, D Book, and Jaylen Brown. That was my original. Like, because
I'm picking on
originally that's what I said. I said if we had to pick 5 people from all different teams, I said I would swap out Jaylen Brown for Andrew Wiggins.
I'm killing your team.
But like I said, the only reason why your team would kill at least my team is because of size. I feel like that's the only advantage you have.
Who team better at me?
Because, huh?
Who team better at me and Rays?
Like yours because of size. I'm still getting like you have size. Like that, like you put, but like you don't. But it's not like you have size that can't move. You know what I'm saying? You got KD at the 3, who of course can move. You got Bam that you putting at the 4, who can move, and of course we already know what Jokic could do. So,
because I'm gonna move on after this. I just said this because the dude called my team trash and it was acting like it wouldn't work. I'm like, bro. He said, bro, you could have put
it'll work.
And Devin Booker right there. I said, bro, I'm building a team, you idiot. Like, hey, like everybody be so on the name thing. If I had Ja on the team, bro, he's gonna get cooked. He wouldn't work with Jokic and all. No, now that doesn't work.
Nah, not with Ja. Hell no. Ja gotta go to Ja gotta drive to the hole too much.
Yeah. Because really why I built my team like that is I built it around Jokic and KD. Jokic as a facilitator who can get his own inside the paint and facilitate for others. KD is just the ultimate scoring weapon. And then I put Desmond Bain, the best off-ball player after Curry in the league. Then I got DeJounte Murray, who's a defensive playmaker. He's great in the pick and roll with him and Bam. I got that combo going. So I just feel like it doesn't matter what's going on. If you double team KD, he pass out the Bane, or if something going on, I can run my secondary offense through the pick and roll through DeJounte Murray and Bam Adebayo. And I think I got too many options on offense to lose. That's the only reason. We can move on.
Got to be more careful.
You hosting, Chris? Yeah, you hosting, ain't you? You got everything.
Yeah, so Well, you say we gonna do the quarterly NBA. You say you got Zion and the Pels.
Mhm.
And what was the other topic you said y'all was gonna hit?
I think we was gonna talk about Bang. No. Dame.
Dame, that's what it was. Mm-hmm. So since y'all wanted to start off with the quarterly NBA review before y'all hit that.
Yeah.
All right. So far we mm, about 21, 22 games in for the most part,
Mhm.
depending on. So right now, if the season would have starts would have end today, Western Conference, we got the Suns, the Nuggets, the Pelicans, the Grizzlies, the Clippers, and the Kings taking the 1 through 6 spot. Then we got the Jazz, the Mavs, the Warriors, and the Timberwolves in the 4 play-in spots. Then in the East, we got the Celtics, the Bucks, the Cavs, the Pacers, the 76ers, and the Hawks 1 through 6. Then we got the Raptors, the Nets, the Wizards, and the Knicks as your 4 play-in teams.
Mhm.
All right, so now in the West, though, the difference between number 1 and number 10 is only 4.5 games.
Mhm.
But in the East, the difference is 8 games. So we kind of seeing how, at least I've been noticing, at least the past couple of years, how the West, as far as the records, has been more competitive when it comes to these 1 through 10s versus the East.
The East is better though.
You can
It's
say
like
the East is better 1 through 6, but after that, it's like it ain't even no comparison. It ain't even close.
1 through 6 is all that matters. Come on now. 1 through 6 really matters. The East is better at the top. The West might be more deep, but
Yeah.
the East is better.
So right now we got Luca leading the league in points per game, Anthony at 33.5, AD leading in rebounds at 12.7, Tyrese Halliburton leading in assists at 11.2, Brooke Lopez leading in blocks at 2.9, and OG Anunoby leading in steals at 2.3.
OG Ananobi. Where would y'all have him in like the defensive player, like the rankings? I feel like when I've seen him play, what's up? You have him fifth?
He in the top
Hmm?
five.
Oh yeah, he in top five. Who would be in the top five of the defensive player of the year? I haven't seen just no.
I ain't seen really just no standout players this year. Just
It might be OG.
it might have to be, bro.
It might be OG to be honest. Oh, Dejounte Murray too. Dejounte Murray been balling on defense.
DeJounte is number 3 in steals at 1.9.
Who you
1.9
say
a
leading?
game.
Who leading in blocks?
Brooke Lopez.
What the
Brooke
heck?
Lopez at 2.9. Miles Turner at 2.6. AD at 2.3. Nikki Claxton at 2.1. And Bobo at 1.9.
How many steals is AD averaging?
How many steals is 2.3?
And that
Anthony Davis.
he averaging over 2 blocks and steals a game.
Who? AD?
Yeah,
Oh, you say how many steals? Let me see. How many? What his stats
Oh,
looking
so he
like
was
for
at
the
2.3
season?
blocks.
Yeah, he was at 2.3 blocks. He ain't top 5 in steals.
Oh, see, Ray was gonna push a whole Lakers agenda that quick. He was gonna see AD 2 point
I wasn't even thinking.
2 blocks. He's the player of the year. He's back.
Well, I ain't gonna say that he was
I
gonna
had
push
to,
it, but it's about time AD lead in some. I mean, he have been playing better as of late. If we gonna start there, which is what me personally, I think that's what the Lakers was looking for him to do 2 years ago.
he been looking top five again, DJ. I don't know if you've been watching the Lakers, but all around wise, he been doing everything literally.
And they're aware.
They've been They just started to get back winning now. They was losing for a
Like
minute.
I think the Lakers are, if I'm not, I think what I just saw, they like 8-2 in their last 10 games. If I remember what I saw right.
And they're still where, guys?
Oh no, I'm not.
13. They're 13.
Yeah, they.
You got to catch up before you can't just win one game. Like, okay, we back now. You got to catch. I'm not saying you trying to take my words and flip them. All I'm saying is how they've been looking lately. And really, I was just talking about AD. I wasn't even talking about the Lakers. I was just talking about AD in that perspective. But you don't want to bring up.
I mean, AD is just kind of null and void when you the 13th team in Western Conference. Especially we doing a first quarter review. The Lakers are the 13th place. They're in 13th place. He shouldn't be up for no awards, no nothing. In 13th place, bro. You can't even get in the play in. They literally done expanded some shit so y'all can get a chance to get in the playoffs, and you not even in that. You don't get rewarded, nothing. We can do this in the second quarter review, but first quarter, I don't want to hear nothing about Anthony Davis. I'm not gonna lie. Is that fair? Come on, Ray. Is that fair?
Hey, no.
I'm not. I was just. He brought up AD about the blocks. I just wanted to know how many steals he's averaging.
So there wasn't no agenda behind that. That's what you're saying.
No.
Shit, I'll be back. I'm gonna grab my damn iPad. That'll make this shit a whole lot easier.
If it was an agenda, I would have brought him a jump. Like, why would I be talking about OG Anunoby first? I would have said something about AD first.
Man, you dry brought up AD, bro. Like, you literally was gonna say if AD was top 5 in blocks and steals, you would have brought him up as defense player. You said what?
What good have you heard me say about AD the past 2 years?
I mean,
exactly.
But the fact that he playing, it's just the fact that he playing decent this year. You go try to look for something to say. Oh yeah, man, AD, man. I don't want. They still 13th in the West, and they like on a winning streak, and they're 13th.
You got to realize they was on a bad losing streak when they first started. So I mean, just because you're on a winning streak don't mean anything.
We're 20 games in the first quarter of the season. 3 more quarters left. They're 13th. That's all I'm saying, bro. They have been playing better, and Russell Westbrook should be coming off the bench for since he got to LA in period.
Playing no more, so that's also a plus.
Who?
Beverly ain't been playing.
He played yesterday. I was watching the game yesterday. They played who they played yesterday?
No.
Oh, nigga, AD averaging 1.5 steals a game.
That's the first problem.
Man, all I know is I just know that I just know, man, Lakers is out of there. You really know the way. So y'all think that Lakers could sneak into the play-in, even though they're 13th right now? Like,
I mean, in the play-in, but as far as the playoffs, that's another story. But as far as the play-in, anybody can sneak in.
Okay, yeah, I mean, look how good Shea is playing right now. The Thunder's even out of the play-in right now.
But you gotta think who's in the play-in, like Utah 7, Dallas 8, Golden State 9,
Warriors 9, and the Timberwolves 10. So you don't. So as bad as you hate the Warriors, you don't think they can take the Warriors or the Timberwolves spot?
They can take the Jazz spot if the Jazz blow it up, because the Jazz might blow it up now that they're trash like everybody thought they would be.
They started off good. They're like, hey, wait a minute, did it? So then
come on, bro.
Yeah,
everybody knew that shit was fluke. It just was working for a long time.
It was working because they had people questioning because they were beating playoff teams.
Where's Lurie marketing stats? What was he doing?
So I'm like, yeah, we love this hate. I'm like,
you said what?
I'm like, they love to hate. That fires them up and stuff. I'm like, dude, it's not hating. That people do not believe in y'all.
Oh, Utah?
Yes, I'm like, bro, it ain't hating. People just nobody expected this.
Those same people didn't believe in them.
All right, so I guess we gonna move on. So right now, I guess we can at least move on to MVP. So right now, according to the NBA, top 5 leading candidates for MVP is Luka, Jason Tatum, Jokic, Giannis, and Steph. How y'all feel about that list?
Tatum's MVP.
I'm finna say that's not fair to past people that's been ranked 7 or worse. And the fact that Luka is ahead of Jason Tatum is crazy.
Yeah. I'm the biggest Luka fan. You know how I am, but Tatum, just the everything about what Tatum doing screams MVP. They're clearly the best team in the league. They smack Luka head to head. It's like it shouldn't be no debate right now. Maybe Giannis can catch him. Maybe, yeah. I don't see nobody really catching Tatum at this point, just because where he's at in the standings, where he's at with his game. I used to think it was 1A, 1B in terms of Tatum and Brown. He blew that out the water.
What did I tell you?
He had to do it first, though, right? He had to do it first.
I mean, he was already showing it.
He wasn't showing it consistently. He wasn't showing he was consistently better than Jaylen Brown.
Brown never showed us even consistently that he was not a sidekick.
In the playoffs, he showed he was one of them dudes, though.
Middleton moments.
You said what?
He had some Chris Middleton moments.
Whoa.
That's not a
that ain't a knock though.
Not at Middleton. All I'm saying is we knew that Giannis was the guy, but we knew at certain times Chris Middleton could take over a game.
Jaylen Brown better than Chris Middleton.
I'm not trying to say they're on the same level. I'm saying that
I get your analogy, G. I get your analogy.
I'm like I said, it's some people that are legit Robins, and it's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So you don't think there's no situation where Jaylen Brown could be a 1?
Not on Boston.
Not in Boston.
Yeah, not in Boston. We literally Tatum he erased that conversation. But I'm just saying in any other team.
Don't like about that is you have to show me before you go to the team that you have some type of qualities of being a 1 on a consistent basis. He haven't shown it to me yet. Like who's somebody recently? You remember when we thought Gordon Hayward was supposed to be this premier breakout all-star?
Absolutely not. I don't know who the hell thought that.
I did. I ain't gonna lie.
I really said, you know what? Never mind. Because I had a feeling I'm like he's not going to be the same player anymore. I mean, he
after you talking about after he got hurt,
but I just knew he wasn't going to be the same though.
But you talking about after he got hurt?
Yeah, after he got hurt, I was like, okay, yeah, that counts for everything. Never mind. But I mean, before the injury, I was like, he may not be a legit 1, but he's definitely a premier all-star.
Yeah. Oh, so you feel like Jaylen Brown will never be a 1, but he can always be like an all-star too?
I'm just saying he has to show me more for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely on the Brown wagon to say he can be a 1 on another team.
What you don't like about his game that says he can't be a 1? I'm just interested because I'm kind of in the middle at this point.
Can you gain the trust of your whole team to be like, hey, you gonna lead us? Like that's the number one quality you have to have. Yeah. When everything is going bad, can we lean on to you and be like, oh yeah, he got us. All we gotta do is just line up behind him. He got it. Like I don't think Brown he ain't shown that yet.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Tatum haven't either. Not when like in the finals.
But for sure, Tatum. I mean, that's the thing. But it starts here though.
Yeah, he's starting.
You can't just jump to that big moment. You gotta already be showing that. That's all I'm saying though.
So how do y'all feel it with this season would go if you just swap Luka and Tatum? Like if you just put Tatum in Luka's position, you put Luka in Tatum's position. Do you think Boston still
is the same team, I believe?
I feel like Boston is going to probably be the same team.
Mavericks, on the other hand?
I think the Mavericks are going to take a step back, only because of the simple fact when you look at everything that Luka has to do to keep this team afloat as far as points, rebounding, and assists, Tatum is good, but the only way that Tatum is going to be able to carry this team is if he just go off every fucking night. Because shit, I'm looking at it right now. Luka got the ball in his hand. They literally just standing there watching him unless he get them involved. So Jason Tatum will have to elevate his game even more than where it's at now in order to keep the Mavericks where they at. And that's in the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel about it. Luka is a all-around better player as far as like everything in the box what he can do. But Jason Tatum ain't gonna be able to just score, be able to score and then get the Mavericks to a win. He gonna have to learn how to really learn how to facilitate and get others involved if he ever wants to get the Mavericks to where they supposed to be. Because ain't nobody on the Mavericks really able to do that except Luka. And maybe Spencer when Luka goes, take a breather. But that's Jason Tatum is the type of player to where he can be the one, but he needs somebody to facilitate. And then it's like if all else fails, like okay, just give me the damn ball, type shit. But as far as go ahead.
No, my fault.
But that's pretty much just how I feel about it. Like Jason Tatum, like I said, we know what he can do, but I don't think he's a good enough facilitator to be able to do what he has to do for the Mavericks. Okay, by the time somebody did something.
What you was gonna say, Ray?
No, I said, what do y'all feel about the Kemba signing?
Here we go again.
Pretty much, bro. Another undersized guard.
It didn't move.
Like that's why I said, bro, they literally went to go replace Brunson with another undersized guard.
Who's worse than Brunson at everything.
Bro, don't get me wrong, but we got to stop acting like that Kemba was just done so wrong by Boston, bro. You can't play, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
And then
it's okay.
Team and couldn't play. God damn.
They was going him
in his hometown. Yikes.
Like, bro, it's okay. It's okay, but we gotta stop just acting like he was just done so wrong. Like, you had you started in Charlotte or whatever. That you went to Boston, you thought that you was gonna get your resurgence back out there, but you can't play point guard. You can't be a starting point guard. Now they have him coming off the bench and he do something.
He's coming off.
Absolutely. I'm not. He ain't a starter in no essence in my mind. He's not a starter. But it's literally like we
minutes a game. He's not even like 20 plus minutes.
Dude, he got
you gotta, bro. He really gonna have to put something on tape for 20 plus minutes, bro. Because if they think that this is what they gonna be able to do is just take him and give them the minutes that Brunson was getting, or that they may have gave him if he stayed, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. What you were saying, Ray? He's a 15.
One of the worst drop offs in recent NBA history.
The worst.
Because wasn't he
bro, I don't even think Isaiah Thomas got dead as bad as he did.
Was it a 4-time All-Star?
Yes, Kemba Walker was nice. Going all the way back to his college days.
What happened to that Kemba?
Let me tell you. He's starting to have knee problems. He's already a little guard. He can't afford to have any quickness problems.
You can't have any lower leg problems.
No,
anything that takes away from your speed, which is the only reason why that you can stay on the court, cannot happen. It can't happen. You can break your arm.
Yes,
as long as you don't lose your speed, and can still shoot. You can break that motherfucker 3 times, and you will still find a place in this league. But once the legs start going, and the one thing that's keeping you relevant in the league goes away, there's no place for you.
Because the thing about Kemba game was he was lightning quick, and he could change direction on a dime, and it just speed affected that crossover. He could hit the crossover so quick, get to a spot, pull up, or he could hit the crossover and get to the lane. Once you can't do that, what can Kemba Walker do? He's 6 foot, probably.
He can't shoot.
Yeah, he's not the greatest.
He don't have a great shot to where that can, not even where if you were to get him open, it ain't like he got the most dependable shot in the world.
Yeah.
So we saying Monte Ellis here. That's what we're gonna see when he gets to the Mavericks. Somebody who trying who have a reason, but it just ain't working.
Well, and then on top of that, my only thing is I ain't trying to say like I'm like listening to the hype as far as Jason Kidd and his coaching decisions, but is he really gonna even use Kemba in a way that would even be beneficial to him? That's my whole thing. Because people are already questioning, the minutes that he giving C Wood, and we saw what he was able to do in Houston.
This is why. See, let me debunk the Christian Wood shit.
Mm-hmm.
Luka is one of the best first quarter scorers in the NBA. So it's really he's like a one-man offense, especially in the first quarter, because he's kind of chubby. So he got all his energy in that first quarter, and that's when he does his most damage. Christian Wood doesn't play like he doesn't start because, for one, he's not the greatest defender, and for two, Luka is probably cooking already in that first quarter. So when Christian Wood does come in, he could become like the hub of the offense. We only have one person, well, 1.5, because Christian Wood can do it to a certain extent. Like they can be a hub of an offense, and you need it off your bench if you don't have it in your starting lineup. If it's not two players, they could be a hub in your starting lineup. You need one at least coming off the bench.
Yeah,
so that's why. And he only brings offense. He's not the greatest rebounder. He's not the greatest defender. So it's really no need to start him if you go close the game with him anyway. It's like it's not who starts, it's who's finished. That's really my.
Well, that's what a lot of people were saying, that he wasn't at first he wasn't closing a lot of games, which I was like, well, y'all got to remember it's the beginning of the season. They really ain't had no preseason because they only decided to play 3 games. So I was like, he's still trying to figure out his rotation in certain, lineups and matchups as far as he was going to do it. So like the first 10 games of the season, I was like, all right, everybody just chill out. They ain't really had that much of a preseason. He's still trying to figure out rotations. But now people kind of like jumping on, okay, we understand he ain't starting the game, which is fine, but why isn't it not in more close game situations he's not finishing the games?
We got to watch his decision making too. Because,
yeah.
Hey, he has never played playoff basketball. That's
at all
big of a deal that stuff is, bro.
No, it is, because it comes down to one decision.
So it's like and then you gotta understand this is just the first quarter of the season. So it's like,
and that's another thing. A lot of people be forgetting, like, bro, it's a lot of basketball left. It's still a lot of basketball left. It's still like 60-something games left. Like that's why, it's still far-fetched, but I got a lot of friends that's Lakers fans. I'm like, look, y'all still got a lot of basketball left. It's still time to turn it around, but inevitably it's gonna all come down to health, because shit, I seen LeBron had came back and got hurt again against the Spurs. Luckily it wasn't that serious, but at the end of the day, it's all gonna come down to health. We just seen the cat went down. He out 4 to 6 weeks, and they at the 10th seed. Let's see how long they can keep that up. You know what I mean? So it's all gonna come down to health, because we all know if Luka go down from the Mavericks, it's a wrap.
Yeah, Luka go. What'd you say?
If Luka go down, it's over for the Mavericks.
Right, what you saying?
Over.
Well, no, I was just agreeing with Chris. I was just saying.
Done. Donezo, buddy.
If Luka go down, we might as well try to get a top 5 pick. Go get Vic. Wimby home.
Hey, just take for that. Try to get that lottery pick.
Either. Because I spoke highly of Dorian Finney-Smith last year. This year he's terrible. Like he can't hit, man.
Bro, and that's another problem. It's so many inconsistencies. Too many inconsistencies with Dorian Finney-Smith and Tim Hardaway Jr. Between them two right there, it is way too many inconsistencies.
Bullock got benched. He got benched.
He needs to go. Bullock needs to go, man. If you're gonna come in with a bullshit ass haircut, nigga, you better at least hit that goddamn shot, nigga. You can't come in with that bullshit and then play like shit, dog.
He did this last year too. He started off bad last year, and then by
he went 0 for 10 in a playoff game. He went 0 for 10. I don't need to see no more. I'm sick of him. I don't know why every time we think we bringing in a 3-and-D player, they suck. First it was him. Then it was Josh Richardson. I'm goddamn sick of it.
Josh Richardson. Where is he? He's still on the Spurs? He on the Spurs.
I forgot where the hell he went. But I was glad when they got rid of his punk ass too.
On the Mavericks. That's nasty.
Bro, just boy.
I Howard.
Oh my God. Bro, and now the JaVale McGee signing they start is like it. I told people I was like, this shit don't make sense. I told people when it happened, I said this shit don't make sense.
It did because at the end of the day,
old Mavericks team.
You say what?
They was trying to recruit that old Mavericks team. They
but with
JaVale McGee,
he's not bad. He's not a bad backup.
He ain't bad, but if I'm gonna have a backup, I'd rather have Dwight Howard. At least he can still move. JaVale McGee be looking like his feet still nailed to the floor.
He always been clumsy, so.
I mean, you telling me we went and signed JaVale and Dwight got to play in Taiwan. DeMarcus Cousins got to play, ain't even in the league. And was backing up the best center in basketball and was doing damn good and doing a damn good job at it.
DeMarcus Cousins was one of the best centers in his little era. So.
Injuries robbed him. That's all that was.
Sacramento robbed him. They drafted 3 straight centers.
Yeah. Sacramento did him dirty because they ended up trading him to New Orleans. Then he got hurt. Then he missed that bag.
They could have had Dame. I forgot who they drafted. I think they drafted like Thomas Robinson. Like they were drafting they just was bad, bro. That was one of the worst front offices ever. I was a little kid, like y'all. They got who? They drafted who?
She was bad, bro.
He was a guy that you could have won with if you would have gave him a guard, and if you would have gave him like just a couple more pieces. Marcus Cousins was
Marcus Cousins was a problem.
He was one of the OG centers that was actually like consistently shooting and wasn't like, oh no, he's shooting.
Nah, then DeMarcus Cousins, when he shot, you was all right with it. Mm-hmm. But let me see who this trash is with. Oh, yeah, Josh Richardson. He's still with the Spurs, still leaving his stain in the state of Texas.
I don't think he getting burned down there, bro.
Still leaving his stain in the state of Texas. Yeah, he ain't getting burned because he ain't played the last 3 games. Good for you, Coach Popovich.
Did y'all know Tony Parker wasn't in the Hall of Fame? And crazy.
Huh?
Y'all know Tony Parker not in the Hall of Fame?
Shit, when did he retire? How long you got to wait before you become eligible?
Shit. Him and Manu retired the same year in 2018.
And saying Manu went in.
Yeah, that's
Manu's already in there, ain't he?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I was watching their little Hall of Fame thing in San Antonio when they was giving Manu his little jersey retirement. And it was right next to Tony Parker and Tim Duncan. And they all had Hall of Fame by their name except for Tony Parker. I was like, whoa. I think he's a Hall of Fame point guard.
Hold on, they had Manu in there, but they didn't have Tony?
Yep. But the Hall of Fame taking consideration what you do overseas too, though.
Parker.
Then he should automatically be in there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. You said what, right?
Not the greatest French player we seen.
Yeah, I'm not. You're not. That's what I'm saying. I
forget Ginobili was a legend in the Pro League before he even came to the NBA because he came to the NBA at an older age. I forget that.
And he had a gold medal against the USA.
Yeah, I don't know what Parker has done overseas wise. I just know he's the greatest French player I ever seen, though. So,
I think his NBA career is enough, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
he got a Finals MVP. I'm sure. Don't Tony Parker got a Finals MVP, Chris? Let me see.
If Parker got a Finals MVP, I don't want to hear no more. Now I'm gonna say that for another day.
No, say it. Say it, bro.
I don't want to hear Tim Duncan in the same breath as Kobe no more.
To be honest,
hold on. Manu not in the Hall of Fame yet.
To be honest, bro,
he's part of this class.
06-07, right?
Huh?
Tony Parker was the Finals MVP in 06-07. The LeBron one.
Yeah. Kobe over Tim Duncan.
Wait, what?
I ain't mad at it.
Wait, Kobe over Tim Duncan in what sense, though?
Overall.
Being a better basketball player, Chris. What you mean?
Oh, okay. No, I was just trying to figure out what are we talking about.
Well, no, because it's been people saying like Kobe and Tim Duncan had the same career. Why don't y'all talk about Tim Duncan when y'all talk about Kobe was the best of his era?
They in the same tier.
I'm like, the fact that you led.
Hold on. Tim Duncan got one more Finals MVP than Kobe, though.
Oh no, I know that. The fact
he got one. He got one more Finals MVP and got just as many titles. We can't do that.
Tim Duncan got 3 finals. He should have 5, or at least 4.
He got 3 Finals MVPs.
I understand he was old by that point. I understand Kawhi.
They gave it to Kawhi.
That's crazy that you let 2 people that are not, you solidified number 1. Why you letting people that's underneath you get still Finals MVPs?
I mean, shit. Can we not? We can go back and look at the stats, and that first one against Bron might be debatable.
Nah, Tony Parker was going off. I don't remember.
And Ginobili was going crazy against when did Ginobili get against Detroit?
No, I don't think Ginobili got one. I don't think Ginobili got one.
I want to say Ginobili do got one.
Let's see.
Nah, he don't got one.
Oh, okay.
That's Kawhi. Kawhi took one from Tim Duncan.
Kawhi got one and Parker got one. But we know why Kawhi got that last one. Tim Duncan was on his last leg on the last one, so I'm not even mad at that one.
Layups. He missed that layup. Fucking idiot. Oh, no, I ain't gonna say that.
Against Parker, but Tim Duncan should not be letting Parker get a Finals MVP over him.
Not in 06-07. No.
He was going crazy in some of those finals, and Shaq was still like, nah, that ain't happening.
Yep.
Well, Shaq was averaging over 30. No matter what Kobe could have did, he wasn't taking none of them from him.
Tim Duncan went crazy in that New Jersey finals.
Yeah.
So Tim Duncan had to, like, he could go off. That's the thing. Like, he could go crazy.
Tim Duncan, he's still the GOAT power forward, but it's like him and Kobe in the same tier. So it's like apples, oranges, but I prefer Kobe just because I think Kobe's a better offensive hub, and then Kobe's a perimeter defender. So it's like Kobe. And his game looks better. I'm just gonna be honest. His game looked better. Tim Duncan, shooting off the backboard.
It's easier to build around a Kobe than it is to build around a Tim Duncan.
Yeah, especially like if you go across the eras, I would rather have Kobe because Tim Duncan wouldn't be all that today. I don't think he'll be good, but he wouldn't be all that.
I'm not going that far, DJ. I'm talking about a Hall of Famer against another Hall of Famer. Tim Duncan will be killing these dudes right now.
He would, but I'm saying people will bring him out to the perimeter. They'll try to get him switched on. They wasn't doing all that back then. So I'm just saying it's like
you forget though, Duncan is probably one of the best defenders we've seen.
Yes, but perimeter defense, he would have to play perimeter defense today's game.
How many right now can play perimeter defense? Because ain't many. So he gonna
be many, but it's gonna be like you gonna get to see Tim Duncan get exposed a little bit more on that end. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Parker and Tim Duncan both had a good final series, but Tony Parker just averaged more points. Because Tony Parker averaged 24.5 points a game, 3.5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 0.8 steals. Tim Duncan averaged 18.3 points a game, had 11.5 rebounds, averaged more assists, had 1.3 steals, and 2.3 blocks a game. So Tim Duncan still had a good stat line, and he averaged more assists.
What'd you say, Ray?
That's kind of ugly though. Like you only averaged 18 against that Cleveland team.
He averaged 18, but shit, he still was he may not average many points, but he still killed in every other category.
The NBA.
If I'm gonna be second in points and still leading everything else, that's still not a bad stat line. So me personally, it's still debatable. I mean, Tony Parker led you in points, but you led in everything else.
I think Tony Parker was still like, you got to score to win. I understand.
I feel you.
He complimented,
but everything else compliments winning though. That Tim Duncan did. It still is gonna compliment what you're doing.
It could go either or, but Tony Parker must play if they gave it to him because it's like, why wouldn't they give it to Timmy?
The same reason they gave it to Andre Iguodala.
That was just a robbery.
That was terrible. We're not even gonna go there.
Is Andre Iguodala Finals MVP worse than Marc Gasol's Defense Player of the Year?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Marc Gasol is a defender, but it's like Iguodala got it for his defense, and he was still getting cooked. I don't understand.
How you get that for allowing somebody to average 30 points a game, but you was the difference maker?
Well, I guess LeBron should have got 35 against him. So.
Come on, bro. Like
getting 31.
Give me 31. Look in that. That was terrible. That was awful, bro. Ain't no way Andre Iguodala should have won that.
Every play LeBron did, so all I seen was Iguodala.
What you want me to do?
Like, bro, no, that's.
I love Iguodala though, but it's just like he should never in the history of the NBA have no Finals MVP.
Especially
this.
Yeah.
I mean, even in his prime, I didn't expect him to win one, but I'm like, that's disrespectful.
That was
he should have took that final trophy to Steph house as soon as they did it. He shouldn't even accepted that award.
He should have denied it. He'd have been like, Steph, come here, bro.
He should have announced the award. He should have took the microphone from whoever announced it and said, "Okay, here you go, Steph."
He should have did.
That's it.
He should have did the yay. Got understand?
I'm gonna let you finish, but hey, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no motherfucking way,
bro.
But all right, I guess we got our quarterly NBA review kind of out the way. Unless there's any other nuggets y'all want to throw in.
What y'all playoff team? Like, who do y'all think the best in the West? Who y'all think the best in the East? And who do y'all think best overall?
Best overall. I'm gonna start best overall. Right now, I'm gonna say it's a tug of war between Boston and the Bucks. Those are also my. Well, I do a top 3 East teams: Boston, Bucks.
Any other team you pick gotta be is gonna be a prediction team.
I'm trying to wait for them to kind of get it back rolling. I mean, but ain't no Milton. He been stepping up.
What was that third team you said?
No, I wanted those Sixers, but I said they ain't been healthy. But
that's why I said any team you pick after that is probably gonna be like a prediction team, just because I was about to say anybody you pick, is probably dealing with some injuries right now.
I think Cleveland third best team. I got the exact same thing for my East, but I think Cleveland's the third best team in the East.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying Sixers is like the definite answer. I'm just saying like it's really just a toss up for that third spot. Like the 1 and 2 is already taken. Everybody else is playing to lose at this point. That's
what about your West, right? What about your West? What's your West, right? They have too wide open, huh?
Shit, 1 and 2 shouldn't be, not in my opinion.
I say Suns.
No Denver?
I'm trying to say order. Like I'm trying to.
You say what?
I'm trying to put it in order.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so Suns 1 in order?
As of right, I mean, based on the first, I mean, they are number 1 in the West. It's a reason why they right there. They've been winning more games than the other teams.
Yeah, I give it to you. I ain't tripping.
And I mean, they haven't been looking bad, even with Chris Paul out.
Okay. Keep going, bro. We need your other two.
Boy, how soon they ought to just turn on you, God, dog. Now we doing a whole bunch of
Chris Paul's cooked, bro. Who's your other two?
I forget about the order then. I do Denver, and then I do. Who would I put third?
Yeah, it's out there.
Y'all probably gonna laugh at this, but I think Kings might be in that third spot.
Oh, shit.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, you go, Chris.
That's a bold prediction. That's a bold.
You go, Chris, so I can kill y'all because this is crazy. Go ahead.
Oh shit. So the East, I got the Celtics, I got the Bucks, and I got the Cavs. Ain't really no surprise there. In the West, just because I know the Suns doing this, because the Suns they probably gonna hold that number 1 spot. So I'm gonna go Suns, Nuggets, and I'm gonna put the Pels at number 3 just because I feel like as soon as they play enough games healthy, I feel like that's really gonna be the team to beat. And just because I think Herb Jones keeps that team together, whether or not everybody there or not.
That's not bad. My East is exactly like yours, Chris. It's Boston, Milwaukee, then it's a gap, then it's Cleveland. For the West, I think it's Denver. Come on now. 2-time MVP, then he got his pieces back. He got 2 defenders over there in Bruce Brown and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to add with Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray seeming like he's getting it rolling again. He just had 20. So I got Denver 1 in the West. My 2 team, everybody's going to be shocked, but I got Memphis. The only thing about Memphis, they haven't been healthy. Like none of their 3 best players have played on the court together at all this year, and they're still like the 4th seed. So I feel like a healthy Memphis team, they're a second best team in the West. And my 3, I gotta put Phoenix there just to be respectful, but they lose in the second round. They whatever. But I got them. So it's like those are my teams: Denver, Memphis, Phoenix.
Can't be mad at that at all, my boy.
Have the Phoenix not done more in the past 2 seasons than those 2 teams you putting ahead of them?
I don't care because they are still going. I don't have no faith in them.
Memphis lost in the second round too. Just putting that out there.
Memphis is on the uptick.
So they Phoenix.
Memphis is on the uptick.
He said that. I'm saying Memphis. That was a reason why he put them behind, and I was just putting.
Okay.
I feel like their roster is just kind of not as good. Their roster is not as good as Denver's or Memphis. Their roster just not as good, bro. And it's just like it's simple as that. Because you look at Memphis, their best 3 players haven't played together, and they're the 4th team in the West. When Desmond Bane comes back, when he's averaging 25, Ja averaged 28, Jaren Jackson, come on, bro. What'd you say, Ray?
Now you want to speak good on Jaren Jackson.
He's
never spoke good on that dude. Now all of a sudden he matters.
He's actually playing good. So it's like, dang, I can't talk good about a nigga if he ain't playing good. You can't. So you wouldn't put Memphis up there?
I ain't cooking it tonight.
Right.
What you calling now?
I already said my top 3.
I still think I like the Pelicans at 3. I like the Pelicans, but I don't think they're better than Memphis. I feel like Zion and Ingram can't play together. Like when they play together, their record not that good. But when one's out, the record's good. It's weird. It's like one has to stay, one has to go. They go try to force them together. So that's how I feel about New Orleans. I like Willie Green as a coach.
But neither one of them are good off the ball, and they both need the ball in their hands to be effective. So that's the main reason why they don't mesh.
Who would you choose? Who would you choose? Who would you want to stay? Who would you want to ship out? They both injury prone.
We've seen a full season what Pelicans can do without Zion, and they look pretty good. And that was they got CJ late that year. So I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I choose Ingram.
Me too. What about you, Chris?
Well, that's tough. I was hoping you weren't gonna ask me. I was hoping you weren't gonna ask me. But if I'm thinking as an executive, Zion, just because I done paid him too much money.
Somebody go on him.
Somebody gonna want him. Somebody gonna want either one of them, honestly. I mean, but if you just asking me as to what I would do, just Zion. I mean, I keep BI just because I've already seen me personally Zion's injury history in his first 4 years in the league. You already saw what I said. It took him 4 years to get to 100 fucking games. So
that's nasty. That's nasty.
I'm just saying, like, when I say it out loud, it took him 4 seasons to reach 100 games. I'm not trying to knock what he did or what he's doing, but it took you 4 seasons to reach 100. That means on average, you done played 25. Let's just say if I don't know how many games he's played, that means he's on average played 25 games a year. It took him 4 years to get to 100 games.
How do y'all feel about his progressions as a player too? Nobody talks about that. He hasn't got better since Duke.
He hasn't played. You can't get better unless you play.
I want to say he just went off for 38. I want to say the other night, and then the night before that, like 33.
That's cool, but how is he getting it the same way?
That's what he's getting to. Like his game ain't evolved from what we know that he was able to do when he came into college. I'm from
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I feel that
you can't do that in the playoffs, bro. You can, but
I don't think anybody can really like. He has a bully ball mentality. I don't think anybody can stop that.
I think Ingram just better suited off for being a player.
Come on now. See, Nate trying to make it I'm trying to put it against them. No, I'm still saying Ingram is the better player and the better fit for their team. But I'm just saying Zion has been playing pretty good these past couple games.
Zion's a good player. He will always be good in the regular season when he plays.
But
when he plays,
I want to see how it looks in the playoffs with all of them together. Because sometimes the season you can get so caught up in like.
I mean, the thing about it is, I do feel like that it can work just because of the simple fact the games that I have watched, they are already double teaming Zion, and it ain't like they ain't got shooters around him, because CJ can get hot. We know who Brandon Ingram is, but like it ain't came into fruition. We just ain't seen it because Zion could easily be averaging 6-7 assists a game. Because I mean, as soon as he get the ball off the block, they doubling this man. It's like as soon as that man child gets the ball, I need 2 of y'all on him. I don't even want him getting into a rhythm because that bully ball, you can't stop that. The only one that I seen just really stop that, just head up, was Giannis. But Zion was still a baby at the time.
My thing is with their starting lineup too, though. Can't none of them play defense. Like they gotta wait till the bench come in to play defense.
Herb Jones is that's why I said Herb Jones is the one that keeps that team together because I've also seen where like he trying to facilitate them where to go, like a Draymond does for Golden State. Because if they ain't got Herb Jones on the floor, which I feel like is their most valuable piece on defense, they lost. And that was their problem, and that was really their problem against Phoenix because they could have beat Phoenix last year.
They start 3 bad defenders. Their 3 best players are all
they're terrible defenders.
Bad defenders. Like CJ don't guard nobody.
Don't guard nobody.
Try too much. Zion definitely don't try. Valanciunas is he's a slow mountain man. That's how he run. So it's like they got
he's an old school big. He's your typical old school big. He can actually just score more points.
They defense don't get good till they bring in Alvarado and Nance. So it's like that starting lineup is bad.
Because they was playing better defense. Because you remember they had Nance in the starting lineup whenever old boy got hurt.
Yep.
So you had Herb Jones in the starting lineup, and you had Larry Nance.
Yep.
I think I had Larry Nance on one of my, like, he was playing defense and he went off for 22. We ain't seen Larry Nance go off for 22 since what? The Lakers, the Cavs?
Larry Nance know his role, man. I like
he know his role.
Like, he ain't gonna do anything outside of his box.
Yes.
What you see is what you get.
And I've been loving him since we had him at the Lakers before. Lil GM. That's so funny to see that, bro. I be seeing that. I be done. They be calling him Lil everything.
GM, they be going at that man so crazy, dog. I'm like, dang, DJ running burner accounts. Hey, that nigga call him LaBum, LaChoke.
I love to see it, bro.
Dang, what did this man do to y'all?
Oh man, he killed my young core. That's what he did. I didn't notice till Ray pointed it out. I was like, yeah, he did do that. I hate him.
I feel like all would have been forgiven if he ain't do it again with that nigga Russ. It's like it's one thing for you to do it once. You did it twice.
Again, bro.
You did it twice. I said, come on, dog. You was already okay, but then you went and did it again, bro. Yeah, man, they finna hate you. They finna hate you, fam. They finna hate you.
Reason. They should have just ran it back. They was hurt.
Or if you're gonna do some trades, don't do it for one nigga. They did it again. He did it again. He did it again for one nigga, bro. It ain't like you gave like 3-4 people and at least got 2 back and maybe a pick. You got back one person.
One person that plays like a worker.
You can't keep trading away 2, 3, 4 people and getting back one nigga, bro. And then ain't got no picks.
Yeah.
No picks. They trying to save on to a pick that's 5 years away.
Because they know how bad they're going to be, bro. They going to need. They
holding on to a first round pick that's in 5 years, nigga. My kid is going to be starting first grade.
Cooper Flagg's in 10th grade right now. He's the number one 10th grader. They looking forward to him. They had all his Montverde games.
Boy. That's crazy. They gotta hold on to them picks for a nigga in the 10th grade, dog.
But I ain't gonna stunt. It'll be stupid for them to give up them picks for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Like at
this point, you can't give them up no more. You can't give them picks up. Like you should have did something with them picks that you gave up to go get that nigga Russ, and you shouldn't have did it to go get him.
They need to feed AD to All-Star break and get his big soft ass out of there.
Bro, I said that before the season started. I said AD needs to come out here and play good, and he needs to get traded before the trade deadline. Get his stock back up and get him gone. That's the only way they're gonna be able to salvage maybe next season. Because I don't see nothing happening this season. Even if they make it to the playoffs, it's a first round exit. You might as well go ahead and get them bags ready for Cancun.
Man, I can't wait to see them go fishing on TNT.
I can't wait to see them go fishing.
I want to see the graphic.
I'm gonna get a matching hat.
No, okay. I don't be trying to kill the Lakers. I loved it them at one point, but
I'm sorry, DJ. It's not the same Lakers, and it's okay. Good things don't last forever.
Bro, I was watching that young core kill in the summer league.
Well, because this was my whole argument about blowing that shit up in the first place. A lot of people forget that whenever LeBron's first year out there, they was the 4th seed before he got hurt.
Then Rondo got hurt later.
They were the 4th seed. So
even when LeBron got hurt, Rondo was still holding it down, and Rondo got hurt, and then that's when it just completely fell apart.
Yeah, but exactly. So you sit there and you realize that, okay, y'all already know that he is clearly the best player. He went and chose y'all and took what y'all were last year to what y'all are now with the same exact pieces, but yet y'all listened to this man and let him send your 3 core players to the Pelicans, and then y'all let him do it again after y'all got bounced in the first round.
Raynard, Ingram, and LeBron. Oh my goodness. Oh
Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and Josh Hart.
And bro, oh my goodness, bro. They would be competing for championship still, bro.
Still.
Free.
And then we forget that they let Alex Caruso walk for nothing.
We still had Caruso. Right now,
they let Caruso walk for nothing.
To bash LeBron right now. Go.
Caruso wasn't part of that trade.
No, I'm not saying he was part of that trade. I'm just saying they let him go.
Oh no, I know that.
Raynard,
I'm just naming all of the terrible moves that this franchise has made since LeBron got there.
No, this started when Rob Pelinka got there. You can't just try to say, "Oh, well, you know, this stuff started bad decisions." That's the reason why Magic left. LeBron was ain't that yet. Magic left because of Pelinka.
Magic an idiot too.
No, they was overruling everything he wanted to have done.
They wasn't trying to. They literally was trying to, instead of going to how Magic's like, okay, this is how it should go. Oh, well, no, LeBron wants us to do this.
He was calling Lonzo the second him, and he probably ain't even see Lonzo at UCLA. Lonzo, everybody.
Now look, man. Everybody says dumb shit. Everybody says dumb shit.
Okay, we can move on. I ain't no bash unless Ray want to bash.
Hell no, fuck that. We bet now.
Ray, say something.
You need to hear this.
I'm talking bad about the Lakers for the past 2 years.
Hey, did we talk about Dame in the play?
No, we have not got on Dame yet. So,
and
what was
who did you want to bash, Chris?
Oh, we can bang. Y'all was talking about bashing Dame, and I'm at the same time I'm going at Kawhi. It ain't gonna take too long, but it was a name that Charles Barkley used for Anthony Davis a couple of years ago called street clothes, and I feel like that name needs to be transferred to Kawhi Leonard. And I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this shit.
Yeah, I'm off Kawhi too.
I don't know how long we gonna sit here and wait before we gotta transfer the name over to Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry, you missed all of last year. You got hurt in the playoffs the year before. It's been a year and a half. The fuck going on? I'm crowning. If I had this is the imaginary crown. I'm crowning Kawhi street clothes because that's all we've seen him in is New Balance jumpsuits for the past year and a half. And I'm sick of it. So before we get on this topic, I'm crowning Kawhi Leonard the new street clothes. New Balance jumpsuit street clothes.
I had them as a top 3 seed. I can't bash it. He doesn't play.
He don't play. He don't play.
What you say, Ray?
What happened to Paul George?
Paul George is just Paul George. That's who. What you mean as far as him as a player or what?
No,
this is who he's always been.
No, I just saying he had missed some games.
Oh yeah, he sees the writing on the wall. He ain't finna kill himself for LA no more.
Fuck no. He'd be like he went there because of Kawhi. And where has he been?
Yeah.
Where's he been?
He like Kawhi out. Man, my knee hurt too.
Bro, and I can't even be mad at him. It's like you going like
my hair.
You going out there like dying for the cause, bro. Like because Paul George is not Indiana Paul George no more. He can't do this shit by himself.
Yeah, I'm happy he came back from that injury. That injury was gruesome, bro.
It was disgusting. I'm glad he came back, but the days of him taking LeBron and the Heat 7 games with him and Roy Hibbert are over.
And we seen that with Donovan Mitchell was cooking his ass.
It's over, bro. It's over.
Paul George, yeah.
Paul George is finna be. He's finna be on the trade market this year. I'll be surprised if somebody ain't already picking up the phone for that man.
Let's say.
Because Paul George sees the writing on the wall, bro. Like this LA shit sounded cool when I got here. It sounded good.
Yeah.
But I'm playing with a nigga that can't stay.
Yeah.
I'm playing with a nigga. First of all, I'm playing with a nigga that load managed throughout the goddamn season. First of all,
Yeah.
and then you do all that load management for you to still get hurt.
Yeah.
Ain't that about a bitch?
He doesn't play. He doesn't understand that you gotta play to get in game shape so your body can withstand all that. Like you
That's
can't.
it, cause bro, you not just finna have no free lane to the basket. You gonna get hit. You're getting hit.
So are we saying Kawhi soft at this point?
He just wake up and be like,
Yes,
I ain't feeling this today.
softer than Charmin. I'm sorry, Ray. Sometimes you gotta hear the bullshit, dog.
He said, "What time is the game?" He looked at his watch and said, "No, I'm
He
straight."
is softer than Charmin. I'm sorry.
At
He
all.
can't get away with this no more.
Speaking of it,
Call his manager up and be like, yeah, tell him my calf bothered me again, man. I was trying to step
He can't,
and I strained it again.
bro. You can't get away with this no more. He can't be able to get away with this.
So
I don't want 2 championships and 2 final MVPs. I'm done.
it's like, some more, some more. What? We say I'm NBA 75. I ain't played in 2 years. What?
This nigga came to LA talking shit how he's gonna be the king of LA and hasn't even made a Western Conference championship game. He hasn't made it. They made it, but he hasn't made it.
He wasn't. Oh yeah.
He wasn't there.
I mean, what? He with the Spurs, but
he was in street clothes, and I'm talking about. I don't care about nothing. If he ain't did it in the 2-1-3, it don't matter to me. If it didn't happen in LA, it don't matter.
Man, we do got to get to Dame though, because I'm starting to have these kind of feelings about him now.
Man, I hated to say that. Real, like when I seen that he was sitting out, who was they playing? They was on TV too. They was playing Clippers, and I seen them, and I'm like, bro, I don't even want to watch this game because Paul George not there. I'm like, the best player on the court for the Clippers right now is Zubac.
LeBron got rid of his ass.
And LeBron got rid of him too. No, LeBron didn't get rid of him.
I was just playing. Keep going, Ray. What you were saying?
Portland, I mean, they got Grant out there. They got yeah, I'm like, but
it don't work without Dame. Not nothing.
You see how many MCCs was in that game? I was seeing a whole. First, I thought it was people sitting in the stands with red shirts on. I'm like, oh, that's the color of their seats. Oh, man. Dame Will over there just, I'm like, dude, I wouldn't even feel comfortable to come to the game dressed up when I'm supposed to be out there on the court. You would see me just a t-shirt and some jeans, like, man, I didn't care about getting dressed up for this game. I want to be out there.
Hey, shit.
If you dress like that, you know good well I don't even feel like playing today, even if they do clear me in time. I'm not playing. He had no intention on playing. That boy came out there like he's about to go do a runway shoot.
And his numbers ain't even been that good. It's just the fact that he's Dame Lillard and he's still getting like 20 points, and that's just adding to what Simons is doing, what Nurkic is doing, what Grant is doing, what Hart is doing. It's just like you're adding 20 points, but he's not adding game time. So it's like
he ain't been able to get out there and get in shape to even get to that point yet.
So I ain't gonna stunt. I'll trade Dame to a contender, let him get a championship, build around Simon Sharp.
They're not gonna
do it.
They're not gonna do it, but
I'd be surprised.
Where they at in the conference standings? They was.
We know Lobos wants a reliable pathway.
It was number one.
Entry is part of the best New Jersey. So an extensive network.
Oh, where them niggas at?
I don't mind.
Number 11.
Oh, see, yeah, you might. They went from number 1 to 11, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at some point you got to call a spade a spade. Dame time is over.
It's over.
Niggas say might as well just transition the team to Inferny Simons, Jeremy Grant. I bet Jeremy Grant, like, man, shit, I left Detroit a losing team. You come to this team, there's another losing team. And I'm in Portland. I don't even know what Portland. Oh, it's in Oregon.
Fuck. Oh, there you go.
Portland's in Oregon, too.
Yep. Ain't shit up there.
Oregon. Oh, the dude from Nike.
You say?
Yeah, I mean the Nike.
The Nike dude.
Hit the quarters up there, but that's about it.
So,
boy, Mavericks is losing to this Pistons team.
what?
They down 3
Yep.
and a half.
Oh.
Yep.
No, Jay Navi.
No, it ain't halftime. I'm putting down 5 now.
Bogdanovich. I bet Bogdanovich got by like 17.
You probably ain't lying, no shit.
That's who the Lakers should have got. Let AD play the 5. Let Bogdanovich play the 4. You say he did what, right?
I said Luka got 28.
And
Yep. How did you know he had exactly 17 points? You looking at the
no, it's no other way Detroit will be beating them unless Bogdanovich is doing something. They don't have nobody else. I can't even think of nobody. Jay Navi, I don't know what he got going on.
Marvin Bagley got 12.
Ew.
Isaiah Stewart got 11 boards and 9 points.
Isaiah Stewart, mad as hell at LeBron. And one. Okay, let me quit talking about LeBron. What else we gonna do?
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn,
What else do we have to talk about?
Oh,
shit, I ain't really.
I like what I see out of the Wizards trio. They just need some depth behind them.
My problem with the Wizards trio is I don't know. They're a mid trio, but they're a trio. Like they're all kind of mid, but they're all kind of good too. Though it's like Beal is good, but not great. Porzingis is good, but he alright. It's like Kuzma is he alright, but they all can give you 20 plus. So it's like
Definitely, so that's what they all averaging 20 plus.
I like that trio, but it's like, man, they lost to KD and Kyrie the other day, and it was like they all had 20 plus. So it's like, man, who knows? I like Monte Morris. I like Will Barton. I like a lot of their pieces. Kispert, Obvia. It's just their 3 best players are decent.
I'm not gonna say decent.
Like, where would you have them amongst the stars? Who's the top 20 player?
None of them.
Who?
I said none of them are top 20.
That's what I'm saying. So that means they're decent in terms of star power. They got 3 top 50 players. That's still good, but it's just like, you know, Boston got 2 top 20 players, 2 top 15 if you stretch Jaylen Brown. And then you look at Philly, they got Harden, Embiid, Maxey. You look at Toronto, Siakam, Van Vliet.
Man, they could have had any of these games on today. They chose, man.
Mavericks, Pistons. They wanted y'all to watch college basketball today. That's what they wanted.
In Atlanta on TV, there, man.
How you feel about the Wizards trio, Chris?
So who are we calling a trio again? Bill, Kuzma, who else?
He just went off a photo tonight.
I mean, it's a good trio. It's just some pieces on there that I don't think are like coming in the light as they thought it would. Like, don't they still got what's that? Ruchi, however you say his name. Yeah, I think it's just some pieces that ain't complimenting them through the way they could, because Like, I'm not finna put too much stock into that game Porzingis had the other day because we already know how up and down he can be. But I feel like Kuzma is actually in a better situation because he can actually just go out there and do what he do and not worry about being a third or fourth option. Like, I like him as a second option on that team. And Bill is just gonna do Bradley Beal. I mean, hey, we know why you took the bag, sir.
Yeah, I think they're a mid trio. They're mid. They're good. Though.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's they still probably they still a piece away, like a role player away from actually like making some noise in the East because the East just got too much young talent, just way too much young talent.
Ain't nobody scared of Bill, Kuzma, Porzingis. It's fun. It's cool. It's a nice.
No, like I said, it could be something, but I feel like that third piece being Porzingis because I feel like I would, and that's just me. I feel like I fear Kuzma more than I would Porzingis, and I feel like the only reason why Kuzma kind of got the rep that he does have is because he was, with all that bullshit in LA, and when he did get a chance when they was there, he was always on Shaq and the Fool. So, but not like it's got potential. But I would, if I had to replace a person, I'd replace them.
No potential. They're all what they are.
It's a potential if you replace one of those pieces, and in my opinion, you replace Porzingis with a better big.
Because, like, as they stand, they're not getting better next year in terms of those three are not developing anymore. That's how I feel. You think Kuzma can develop more, right?
I still think he could. if he really wanted to, like, because the only thing that he could really develop at this point is becoming more of a facilitator because we know he can score if he just really has to because we've seen what he's done when it ain't nobody there but him. But it's the only thing that you could do better at this point is learn how to facilitate the offense and be a better passer. That's all he can do, which wouldn't be bad because we're not expecting that from Bradley Beal. Yeah. I'm not expecting that from him, and who is on the Wizards that's really doing that for them?
You're right.
Huh?
Monte Morris is their point guard. I think he's decent, but he's a backup. He's a career backup.
Exactly. You're trying to make a career backup a starting point guard. Sometimes there's a reason why you've been a backup, and that's okay. That's okay. But that's the only thing I could see if Kuzma really wanted to take the next step, which he still can because he's still young. We didn't think Marcus Smart was ever going to be that. We thought he was just going to be, just like Shea. He fooling y'all thinking he playing defense, but Marcus Smart has developed into an actual good facilitator because that was the only thing that kept him from even taking Golden State to 7 games because I don't know about y'all, but I could see just the growth he's taken between the finals last year and how he's playing this year. He's a better facilitator than what he was in the finals last year. And sometimes that's all it takes is for you to add that to your game because we never looked at Marcus Smart as that type of play. At least I didn't. I don't know about y'all. I didn't see this coming.
I mean, based on what I used to see, he's from out of Flower, man. So I used to watch him in college and all that. He had the potential in college, like he was a good playmaker in college. It didn't translate to the NBA. But anything you can do is in your bag. Just eventually you got to find out how to translate it. So
that's it. But at the same time, you also got to realize that was never his role.
Yeah, that's true.
That was never. You got to remember, shit. That was never his role. So, and that can also be another thing that a lot of people say hinders players is that you can do certain things, but sometimes that's not what the team needs you to do. And until these past couple of years, they didn't need Marcus Smart to facilitate. They always tried to go out and get a facilitator. That's why they had Isaiah Thomas out there. That's why they traded for Kyrie. But as soon as they got as soon as they got them out the building, it's like, okay, who do we have here that we can turn into this?
Yeah.
And they threw him right into it. And of course, last year it was kind of him just trying to use his instinct as far as what you going off of. He used to do it, so he just going off a natural instinct. But now he done had somebody work with him on that shit, and you can see just from last year in the finals to now, he's gotten a lot better at facilitating the offense. He ain't being as stupid as he was last year.
Yeah, better decision.
He ain't trying to play all that hero ball. He's making better decisions.
He's getting the hot hand the ball. He's exploiting mismatches. Yeah, he's doing.
If he has a good matchup to exploit, you take it. But if you don't, get it to the right man. So
he's exploiting mismatches. Like, let's say Horford got a smile on him, he's gonna get Horford the ball.
Get Horford the ball.
Get Horford the ball.
Yeah. That's where I feel like, if Kuzma is going to do something, he could become a very good facilitator, because it's one thing because we already know he can score, like I said, but if you can facilitate and get those others involved on your team, then I feel like that's really what makes a team better in the playoffs, is if you got somebody that can get everybody involved, and then you can go further into your bench if you got to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the only thing he can do. Other than that, shit. But same thing for Bradley Beal. He might need to learn how to facilitate too, because that's all we know him to do is just put the ball in the basket.
Bradley Beal is he's just an offensive threat. He's not Bradley Beal, I'm so off him. He had 2 back-to-back 30-point years, and he didn't even make an All-Star game. Yeah.
Is that his fault though?
He is. Yeah, he's mid. He's mid. Bradley Beal's mid, bro. Anything else before we wrap up?
That's all I got.
All I got as well.
Hey, well, like, comment, subscribe. Another episode of Hoop Historians done.
Yes, sir.
Catch us on the next one. Diddy knows about White Boy Chris, right? Ooh.